Hello and welcome to our video on a very useful feature of Google Calendar called Google Appointment Schedule. So what kind of things can Google Appointment Schedule do? It allows you to create multiple booking pages where folks can make an appointment with you automatically and add it to your calendar automatically. And these can be displayed all at once or individual booking pages for individual groups of people. It automatically removes times where you have other appointments on your calendar from the list of times available to be booked. You can set your location, and if this location is online, it'll automatically include a Google Meet link for everybody. You don't have to set it up yourself. And if it's an in-person meeting and it's always in the same place, you can put that location into your appointment scheduling page, and Google will automatically tell everybody where it is. You can also set it so there's no particular location and you set it up yourself. People that book your appointment on this appointment page are not required to have a Google account. And you can ask one additional question in addition to the name, email, that kind of thing that the Google appointment scheduling page asks automatically. Alright, this will make a lot more sense if we take a look at how it works. Since this is a new tool to Google, you'll have to turn it on. So to do that, click the gear up here, then click Settings. Click on Appointment Schedules over here on the far left, and just check the box. You can go back now to your calendar by either with the back button of your browser or this back button up here, and you're ready to go. So there's two ways you can start an appointment schedule, and it really depends on whether this is kind of an ongoing regular appointment or whether this is a one-time set of appointments. If it's a one-time set of appointments, you do it just like you would any other calendar event. You click and drag where you want it to go, and you'll see Appointment Schedule over here on the right. And because I already have some appointments in here, I can choose whether to create a new one with all new stuff or add it to the existing one I have. So if I create a new one, I'd put a title in here, click Continue, and the appointment schedule box would pop up on the left. I'm going to show you the other way, however. If you've got regular appointments, then you'll go to the Create menu. You'll go down to Appointment Schedule, and you can give it a title here. Next, you're going to have to set how long each appointment should be. So the default is 30 minutes, but you can do a number of preset appointment lengths, or go to Custom here and choose however long you want that appointment to be. Next up, you'll have the general availability. This is when your appointments will be there. Remember, Google's automatically going to remove anything that conflicts with calendar events on your calendar, so you're good there. So you can control whether this is repeated weekly or whether you're going to set it by specific date. Generally, you'd want to do this repeated weekly if you're doing this for regular appointments, but if you're doing a special set of appointments for a special thing, just choose Does Not Repeat, and you can put the dates in there just like that. So it kind of gives you 9 to 5 to start off with, Monday through Friday, but you can change that. You can just click on one of the times on either end, and you can add time during one of the days by clicking this plus sign right here. So for example, if I want to have lunch at noon every day, I can make this 9 to noon, then add with the plus sign, and go 1, 2, say 5. What else is nice is you don't have to do this for every day. If it's going to be the same for every day of the week, you can hit this Copy Time to All button, and it'll copy that time all the way across. If you don't want to have appointments during time, maybe I don't want to have appointments Friday afternoons, I can click this Unavailable button, and it will take them off. we continue scrolling down, you get to the scheduling window. This controls when people are able to make appointments. For example, you don't want them to be able to make an appointment for, 4 or 5 months in advance when you don't know what your schedule is going to be. So you have a couple of different options here. The first here controls when your appointment slots are valid. So by default, it's available now and available for the foreseeable future. But you can start and end date. So maybe if you change your appointment schedule every semester, you could hit this start and end dates. Maybe we'll start now, but we'll end on right before classes start. Click done, and it will actually end my appointment slots on that date. You can also control a couple of things about appointments that I think are really helpful. You can control how far in advance the appointment can be booked. And this is really useful to give you the chance to schedule yourself before people can just randomly book appointments. So by default, it's 60 days. I have mine set to 14, so you can book an appointment with me 2 weeks out and no further, unless you call or email me, and then of course you can always manually put things on your calendar. So there's also the minimum time before the appointments start that it can be booked. You don't want to have somebody be able to book an appointment like 5 minutes before you're actually supposed to be there, because you may need to prepare and you may not be looking at your calendar constantly. By default, it's 12 hours. You can set that to more or less if you need it to be more or less. So, maybe you want 24 hours, or maybe you're cool with 1 or 2 hours. Either one works. You can also use this adjusted availability if you've got a set of dates or times where you're not available. Just click Change the Date's Availability, find your date. Maybe I want to take Memorial Day here and just clear it completely out. Then you see on the calendar I don't have any appointment slots available on that day. Finally, we've got booked appointment settings. When I click there, I have 2 things that I can do to kind of limit how many appointments I get. One is I can add buffer time in, and watch what happens to the appointment slots when I do that. If I add it in, it will say there has to be so much time between each slot. And if we look over here, you will see that now you have slots separated by 30 minutes. It doesn't matter when someone has booked a time, you'll always have the slots separated by 30 minutes. The other thing you can do is if you don't want to spend your entire day doing appointments, you can limit how many bookings you have per day. If I check this box, it won't change when somebody can book an appointment, but once 4 appointments are booked, it will then shut down the appointments for the rest of the day. And of course, just like all these other tools, you can change the number of maximum appointments up or down. Next, and we will see the rest of our options. You'd think this booking page photo and name would have a lot of stuff, but it really doesn't. It's just going to show you how your Google account looks normally. You'll actually have to change your Google account information if you want it to change, and that's beyond the scope of our video today. The location and conferencing is one of the more powerful features here. You can choose whether this is online, and if it's online with Google Meet, just select Google Meet video conferencing. And as soon as someone books your appointment, they will automatically get a Google Meet link to join that appointment. There's nothing you have to do. And on your calendar, that Google Meet link will be available as well. You can also set an in-person meeting at a specific location. If you select this, you do have to enter the location, and it has to be the same for everybody who books a meeting with you. So these would be, in your office. So the next way you can do a location is a phone call. Now this works a bit differently than the others. Instead of you saying the method for contact, the person will be asked to enter their phone number, and you will call them. Finally, if you want to make this kind of an ad hoc meeting, you can say none to be specified later, and then you'll have to go into the calendar event created when somebody books the appointment and edit it to add the location or Google Meet or other conferencing tool you're using to have the meeting. Next, we have the description. You can enter an explanation about what people are making an appointment for here. Keep going down, there's the booking form menu, and that gives you the 3 required things: first name, last name, and email address. Because we chose phone up here earlier, phone number got added in and required. But if I hit this X, it'll go away. I can also add an item, and there's 2 things I can add. The phone number, and as long as you're not doing phone call, it can be required or not. Or a custom item where I ask a question. You can make that added question required or not. Click Add Item, and it will be added to the booking form and either required for people to enter or optional. Last but not least, we have the booking confirmation and reminders. Basically, it's automatically going to be a calendar invitation, and you can set if the person also is going to get an email reminder of the appointment. If you do set the email reminder, you can set how long before the appointment they get that reminder. If you click Add Reminder, you can add multiple email reminders, but let's not do that. Click Save, and your appointment slots will be created. Now you need to distribute them. So if you look on your calendar over here, you'll see we've got these little boxes here where the appointment slots are. If I click on one of them, I have 2 options. I can either click Open Booking Page or click this copy thing to just distribute that particular set of appointments lots to people. If I want all of them at once, I can click See All Your Appointment Schedules, and then they'll get this page, and I can then copy the address here. Once I get that address, I'm free to put it in my email signature, in my Scholar page, on my personal website, or anywhere else you'd put a website, and then people can access it. We'll see how that works in just a bit. So if I just link to one of those sets of appointments, whoever gets that link will see something that looks like this. They'll get a description up here at the top and the various appointment slots that they can then page through to book. Notice if there's not an appointment available at a particular time, say our 9 o'clock on Tuesday, it just won't show up as an option. If you send them that multiple booking pages, they'll get a menu of the different things that you've set up. So in my case, this is my real one, I have a short consult for 30 minutes, a long consult for an hour, or if you want in person, it's a separate one. This way I get my Google Meet links generated automatically for people that want to talk to me online, and if it's in person, we work out the details in a different way. Clicking on any of these will bring you to the exact same form. Now, when the user clicks on one of those, they're asked for that information that we had in our booking form setup. When they hit book, they will get an email, and you'll get an email with the same information, and it'll be automatically added to your calendar. It's as simple as that. So I know that was a lot. If you have any questions, you can contact us at the information you see here on the screen, or visit our help website at help.cnu.edu to put in a ticket or view our knowledge base. Thanks for watching.